Hey guys, Sergeant Conrad here, bringing you some more World of Tanks action. Today we're going to take a look at the Russian Tier 6 Heavy, known as the T150. Now, the T150 is an interesting tank in the Russian Heavy line. You can see here, at Tier 6, it comes straight off the KV-1, or the KV-2 if you went that route, and you can get the T150, KV-1S. They're both Tier 6 Heavies along with the KV-2. Now, the T150 goes down the KV line. It is the heavier armored, slower moving, a little bit smaller gun of the Russian heavies, where the KV-1S goes down the IS line, and that is the faster moving, a little bit bigger gun, but paper thin armor line of heavy tanks for the Russians. So, going down the heavy line, the T150, you can see here, let's start with the gun. The top gun is 107 millimeters ZIS-6, 167 pin, 300 damage. Relatively low rate of fire at 5.88. It's kind of slow firing. Upgraded turret. Has 100 armor, 24 traverse speed, 330 view range. Now that 100 armor though, and if you look at it, look at the slope on that 100 armor. Because this is all mantlet. They're not going to get through this unless they shoot you straight from the side, straight through here. So from head on, 100 armor, they're hitting these cheeks that are 100 armor. And then you've got 100 armor on the sides, so even if you're at a bit of an angle like this, they're still shooting at an angle here and a big angle here. They're not going to get through this turret that easily. Now, 90 hull armor. You see here, it's a little bit flat in the front, but it's got about, a 60-degree slope. And then the top part here is a very steep slope. They're going to have a hard time getting through this. About the only weak spot you have on one of these tanks is the little machine gun turret, commander's cupola type thing up here, the machine gun in the front, and the driver's hatch. Now, you can get pinned there, but it's still pretty difficult. And you're not really going to have to worry about the low tier scouts and stuff like that quite as much. Now, moving along, the tracks got 18 traverse speed, so you can see there 18 traverse. This thing does not turn and move around real well. The top engine gives us 700 horsepower, but 700 horsepower on a 55-ton tank means it's over 10 to 1, but it's not quite, that 20 to 1 sweet spot where, like ELC AMX scoots around and stuff like that. So it can carry its own weight around, but it's by no means a fast tank. You can see here the top radio at 440 signal range is actually pretty low for Tier 6. The Russians aren't known for their radios. I got a good gameplay showing how this tank can be used in battle. Let's jump right into it. Okay guys, what we have here is a Tier 6 game on Karelia. See there, we're near the top of the list, up there for Churchill 7 and the T150. We're assaulting. What I like to do to assault, I typically like to go to the northeast because it provides better cover and we can push up a little bit further. Where if you go to the west, you end up stuck in some longer range sniping engagements, which for some tanks isn't a bad thing, but for this T150, it doesn't have the most accurate gun, and it's got kind of a long aim time. So I like to try and get in close, and it's got the great armor to do it too. You can see here though, 20 mile an hour, or 20 kilometers an hour, while going up this little slight incline is not that great a speed. I started the furthest this way on my team. Everybody's passing me up right here. Staying covered and staying unspotted back here. There's a bunch of PZ Panzer platoon going up there. Now, I'm in a platoon here with one of my buddies. Crazy Man 92 is my buddy Kenny. I know him in real life. playing on his PZ4. The highest he has is a Tier 5.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I got a good shot into that little scout right there. He ended up ramming the other PZ4. I guess he didn't realize that I had hit him as hard as I did. He got dead right there. Gave the kill to that other PZ4. You can see here on the radio, though, I can't see anybody that's over on the left side of the map, down, you know, J1, J2, down in this bottom right-hand corner. I can't see anybody down here. I have no idea what's going on the other side of the map. That's just due to the crummy radio that I have. And then you can see there, 11, 10 kilometers up the hill. This tank will carry its own weight, but it's not going to be quick about doing it. Let's speed it up just a little bit so we can get up into the action. You always want to try and keep your turret facing where the enemies are, because just because you can't see them doesn't mean they can't see you. And if they're going to shoot at you, you want to provide the best armor you can that they can hit you on. Push around the corner up here. T150 up there. I'm firing on the move because I want to get into cover. I don't want to stop out here in the open. That guy's taking up that piece of cover. He got himself killed. The medium shouldn't be playing pop out with a heavy like that, especially a Tier 5 medium versus a Tier 6 heavy.
We've lost the track.
Fix my track. I don't want to be sitting out here in the open like that. I'm getting pounded on pretty good here. I'm trying to get up this rock to get into cover.
One of our tracks is damaged.
There's an AMX-40 and a T150 right here on the other side of this rock.
We're immobilized.
AMX-40 takes me out, so I return the favor for him. It takes out my track anyway. So I return the favor. Got full 300 damage on this gun. Now the other T150 is just doing track damage. I bounce off of him. He bounces off of me. He bounces again. Notice where I'm aiming, that flatter part. Put it through the side of his turret right there because he got so close to me. He's going to give me the side of his turret again. I'll put another one through there for him. Trying to stay close to this rock so that artillery right over there can't get me. KV-1S moving in. I better take this guy out quick. Oh, and I bounce off of him. I got to get a good angle on this KV-1S. He's got a huge gun on him. I really don't want to get hit with that and be left at that low of hit points. There he is. He goes right through. I'm left at 262 hit points. That T150 gets taken out by our Easy 8 around the corner. So now it's just me having to deal with this KV-1S. Our Easy 8, it seems like he's pushing up to help us. I'm a little worried about poking out here because I see that artillery right there. KV-1S one-shots to Easy 8. He's got about 15-second reload, so I've got plenty of time to be able to push up right here. Stern Panzer's facing the other direction. And he just fired, so he's got a little while before he can reload. I'm just trying to get behind this rock. Somebody takes out that KV-1S for us. Let's pop this Stern Panzer for trying to come over here and play. Artillery sees tanks that close. They need to move. They don't need to sit there and wait for us to kill everybody and come up to kill them. They need to get away from us. Now, all that's left is a PZ4 and a couple of VKs on their team. Nothing I'm too worried about. PZ4 here. He's got the derp gun. Oh, no, he doesn't have the derp gun. He's got the 7.5. shot on him and take him out. Now there's a VK. The VKs have pretty good guns on them. They're tier 6 mediums. But as long as I keep this hull armored, they're not going to be able to get through that front hull. They'll have to flank around me. But shoot me in the side is not going to do any good either. You see how much of an angle that is? And I got my tracks there and everything else. Now there was 2 of them. They could push around me and flank me, but I've got the Churchill 7 here with me as well. I believe it's the Churchill 7. Yeah, the Churchill's up here with me right now. So I'm gonna sit in their cap. They're gonna have to come out. There's the DK. So I've got them both on one side. Got my armor angled to both of them. Take out the VK. The 3001. Now the 3601 has pretty good front armor too. It's almost like a medium that thinks it's a heavy. Got a good shot through his track there. Now I've got a good angle. I'm trying to move back away from him a little bit, make him come out more.
Penetration.
I just damaged his gun or something like that there.
We've lost a track.
He blows my track off. Now I don't have a shot. I don't have a repair kit either. I gotta sit here and wait for that track to come up. My crew's at about 75% on this tank, so nothing spectacular. There we go, we'll take him out. All the time we're getting these base capture points, just for a little bit of free XP. Let's take a look at the end plates on that one. Okay, so here you can see the first end plate. We ended up getting our mastery badge on that one, which is always a good thing to get. And we got steel wall. We also earned 44,407 credits and 1,833 XP. That's not doubled or anything. That's 1 times XP. You can see there, we destroyed 5, damaged 8, did critical damage to 3, damage while spotting against 3, and we ended up spotting 2 of them. Moving on to the next plate. You can see here sorted by XP. This is non-premium XP. I made 1,222, which was, 2.5 times what the second place guy on my team got. Moving on to the next plate. You can see there, 17 shots fired, 14 direct hits, 11 penetrations. So the gun is a little short on penetration, but you could definitely shoot for weak points and stuff like that up close. Did 2,554 damage, which is 3 times our hit points and damage. Received 17 hits. Detected 2 enemies. Damaged 8. Destroyed 5. 238 against those enemies that I detected again that other people were shooting at. 17 base capture points just because we were sitting there. We received 44,407 credits. And after repair and resupply, we still made 33,421 credits. It's a pretty good game. So that gives us a total of 1,833 XP received on a premium account, and we would have had 1,222 XP on a non-premium account. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I've been Sergeant Conrad, and we'll see you next time.